Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another beauty video and I'm doing a side-by-side comparison of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation. If you've watched any of my beauty videos before, you will know that Luminous Silk is my all-time favorite foundation, and I have just recently got the Power Fabric Foundation just to try and see if I liked it. And I'm sorry if you're not interested in these kinds of videos or these foundations. I have other videos going live over the next few weeks that are not beauty related, so please do come back for those videos. But I thought I would do this in any case because whenever I buy anything, especially makeup, I always look for reviews, comparisons on YouTube to see how it looks on other people. And I definitely looked for a comparison between these two before I bought it. And I couldn't find anything on my kind of skin tone and my dry skin. So I thought I would do it just to have it out there in case someone searches for the comparison between the two of them and they land on my video, and I might be able to help them make a more informed purchase. I'm going to apply the foundations with this Zoeva 102 Silk Finish brush, which is a buffing brush, and it's a bit old and tatty, but it's a great brush. And I'm applying this with a brush instead of a beauty blender because the brush gets you the true finish and the true coverage of a foundation. The beauty blender, although sometimes I prefer the finish, it absorbs too much product, so it ends up giving you a lighter weight finish of the foundation than you would get with a brush. So that's why I'm using a buffing brush. I'm going to clean the brush in between applying one and the other, so obviously there's no residue of the foundation transferring onto the other side. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation comes in 21 shades, which varies from light, medium and dark. And you have different types of undertones varying from neutral, warm and cool undertones. My shade in Armani Luminous Silk is 3.5, which is described as a medium natural golden shade, and it matches my skin perfectly. This foundation can go from light, medium to full coverage. It's very buildable, but it always feels lightweight on the skin. It lasts all day long, and I suppose the biggest selling point is its lack of SPF, which makes it great for flash photography, evening, red carpet events. It's a matte finish, but it's not your regular flat matte finish. It does allow the skin to shine through, and so you get that luminosity underneath the foundation. Of course, if you're using this foundation in a normal day-to-day basis, I recommend you apply an SPF before applying your foundation to keep your face protected from the sun. It retails at £42, so it's not the cheapest foundation, but you can get it slightly cheaper in certain websites. I'll leave some of the ones linked below in the description box. The Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation comes in 15 shades, also ranging from light, medium to dark, and also with a range of neutral, warm and cool undertones, but slightly less shades. It's a high coverage, long wear foundation, and it goes from a medium to a very high coverage finish. The shades that I have in Armani Power Fabric is number 5, which is described as medium eggshell, although I think is slightly off for my skin. Shade 4.5 of this foundation is described as medium natural golden, which is the same description as Armani Luminous Silk 3.5. But then 5.5 of this foundation is described as medium cool natural. So maybe I would go for either 4.5 or 5.5 in Power Fabric if you are number 3.5 in Luminous Silk. Power Fabric also has a matte luminous finish, and considering that it's a fuller coverage foundation, I was very impressed at how much that luminosity shines through the skin even with a higher coverage foundation. The texture of Power Fabric is slightly different to Luminous Silk. Although they're both liquid foundations, Power Fabric is more of a paste kind of texture, and I suppose that translates in the higher coverage compared to Luminous Silk. It takes a bit longer to dry and a lot more effort to blend this foundation, but when it does dry, it doesn't leave any greasy feeling behind. The most obvious difference between these two foundations is that Power Fabric has an SPF of 25, so it's more suitable for daily wear if you like a full coverage foundation on a daily basis. If I were to compare these two foundations, I would say they're very similar, although Luminous Silk gives you a more natural skin-like finish and Power Fabric will give you a more high coverage, almost airbrushed finish. In my opinion, I would compare Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk to the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation and the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric to Estee Lauder Double Wear. So if you have Sheer Glow or Double Wear, then you have a better idea of what these foundations will look like. Overall, they're both great foundations with a great shade range and both priced at £42, which is quite a luxury price tag. I hope you found this side-by-side comparison useful. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!